Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Neha. I make video on tech and my life in the UK. Cut. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Neha. I make video on tech and my life in the UK. In today's video, I'm going to talk about important keywords you should know when you are working with React Router. Okay, so few of the keywords which you will keep hearing is router, routing, routes. So I will start with the routes. Route is basically your pages. So if I will go back to my example, and in the URL, if I will write about, this is my one route. If I'm going to say contact, this is my another route. So these are our routes, basically pages in a very simple language. You can remember it like this. Now what is routing? I already explained you different routings. So like when I click on FF, character or team, this is our nested one. If I will go to home, this is our dynamic one. If I will go to the about and I will say Neha, this is our programmatic one. So these are our type of routings which are happening. So we have client side, we have server side, we have nested routing, we have dynamic routing, we have programmatic routing. We are not dealing with server side, we are just dealing with client side routing. We will learn about nested, we will learn about dynamic, we will learn about programmatic also. Now let's go to the router. I already touched base in the last video about routers. So we have 5 types of router available: browser, memory, static, native, hash. We will be using browser. Browser is whenever we are making web application, and whenever you are talking about the routers, the focus would be on the URL. So please remember here what is happening. We are creating single page application. When you create a single page application and you have so many routes and so many routing you are doing, what you need to do is you need to maintain the history of the browser also. So for example, let me go to contact, let me go to the team, then FF character, then here. Now if I will go to the click on the back button, you can see we are still able to do all this user journey. We can go to the back. I know right now for you it is like obvious, but when you create application, and when there was no React router, we used to use HTML5 history API. Through that, we used to maintain this back button, forward button, browser memory, bookmarking functionality. All these things we used to do. React router is doing it for you. So when we are working with routers, the URLs are very important, and this back, previous, history maintenance, bookmark maintenance matter. So with browser router, the URLs would be clean. Now what is the meaning of clean? I will just explain you, but you can see this URL is getting generated. Now let's talk about when we are saying clean, it's basically about hash. So what if you are gonna use hash router, what will happen is that you will have hash, something like this. The URLs will start building with hash. This is not a recommended approach, so please don't use it. These URLs are not clean, so that's why they says that browser router gives you the clean URL. And if you will go on their documentation, let's go to, let me see, somewhere they have picking routes. Yeah, picking a router. So you can see, and if I will go hash router, browser when the URL should not or cannot be sent to the server for some reason, it's fine. Shared, store the location in hash portion of the current URL. So it's never sent to the. We strongly recommend you do not use hash router unless you absolutely have to. So please, if you don't need to use it, don't use it. Stick to your, if you are making a web application, stick to your browser one. Memory is when the request is going to the memory. Basically we use memory router for the testing purpose. Static is for your server side, when you want the server to return your URLs. Native is for your, when you are creating React Native application, in that you wanted to use it. Now here is the major difference come. If you will go here picking a router, you will see using 6.4 data APIs. In 6.4, new routers were introduced that support the new data APIs. So if you are gonna use new data APIs, which we are going to use, you need to use create browser router, create memory. Basically, instead of browser router, memory router, they have create prefix with it. So we are going to use these one, rather than the previous one. Reason is because we want 6.4 new feature, which is data APIs. We are going to learn that. So please remember this. Most of the time when you are creating React.js application, you will be using browser router, create browser router. So this is about your routers. Okay, so router, remember, they may ask in the interview which router you are using. They might ask how many routing you know, so you can say it's nested, dynamic, programmatic. Routes are basically your pages. Okay, now what we are going to do in next video, we are going to do another whiteboarding exercise. In that, I'm going to take you through that on whiteboard, how to start planning your application, how to start thinking, and we are going to have a roadmap that how we are going to implement each and every feature. Okay, so this whiteboarding will give you a clarity that how we are moving ahead. Another thing is, yes, it is a theory initially, but this is how the learning is. Unless and until you doesn't know theory, you cannot do hands-on. So you need to spend some time on theory before you get into the coding part. So please hang in there. I think the next video would be the last theoretical part, and then we will start with the coding part. Okay, as usual, my request to you is, if you like this video, please show your love, share, like, comment, share in your network, in your company, in your college, in your with your friends, or on your social media. That would be a great help to me. If there is some feedback you want to give, please let me know in the comment section. I'm happy to take any feedback from you folks. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.